Oh, yeah, man, that hurts. The one that's what. So that's why the safety rating system in iRacing actually works. Is that they really penalize you for having a bad race, and it takes a lot of good races to a lot of clean races to build back from one bad one. But the effect that it has is that people really do, for the most part, learn how to race clean. Yeah, I know. I believe me, most of my incident points are not stuff that's my fault, but it really teaches you to be extra careful about avoiding wrecks. Like, um, yeah, when they're a roadblock, like the best thing to do in that kind of situation is literally just to stop on track. Yeah, yeah, rookie is the absolute worst. Mm. All right, I am done for the night. I'm gonna get some sleep. I will be doing the NIS fix tomorrow. That's at 11 a.m. Central, so 12 Eastern, 9 Pacific. Yeah, no, those street stacks do not stop well. But honestly, like, so one of the biggest things I've learned in wreck avoidance is as soon as you see smoke, get off the gas, just like blip off the throttle a little bit. That way, it gives you time to evaluate the situation. So, you'll be able to see it gives you just a little bit more time to think. If you get off the gas as soon as you see smoke, that way you can watch and be like, okay, he's going to save it or he's not, and you can kind of plot a course around the wreck. It might cost you a couple seconds versus people who try to go through at full speed, but ultimately, over the long haul, you're going to end up missing more accidents than not by doing it that way. And so over the long haul, you'll end up with better finishes. Um, the other thing that I do is every time I get in a wreck, I watch it from my onboard camera in the replay at least a couple times and watch for anything that I could have seen and where I could have gone to potentially avoid it. And it's true. Some wrecks there is absolutely no path, and you get involved with them. There's just nothing you can do. But over time, watching the replays like that, you learn how to plot a course around a wreck. Um, yeah, sometimes it's like that. Um, but like, let's see. There's that wreck that I was involved in at Martinsville earlier today. I'll pull up that replay real quick and just show you kind of what I'm talking about. I don't remember if you were watching when I was reviewing that one or not, but so I really felt like in this one that there wasn't much that I could have done to avoid it, except the problem with that analysis is the guy who was right in front of me did manage to avoid getting any damage at all, I think, in this wreck. So, they're worth that. Clearly, there was something that I could have done to avoid it. I didn't have the best vision of it, but I think that with better planning, there actually was a lane that I could have taken to avoid this. So this will be a good little tutorial that maybe I'll upload to YouTube as well on wreck avoidance once this loads in. But I might do something on that. Yeah, that's good. What was your car number and how many were there in there? Did this thing freeze up? That would be good. I don't think the computer's frozen though, because my webcam's still working. Oh, 11th in the number. How many cars in the field? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so that'll ding your iRating a little bit. But yeah, that 10x hurts, man. So what happened after that first wreck? Were there just other ones that you got involved in? Okay, so let's see.
And welcome to
Alright, so here we go. This is the wreck that I was involved in earlier today. And, you know, from this angle, they're really, you know, once I go here, I'm basically done. There isn't much I can do to avoid that. But if we go back, so right here, and I'm going to kind of inch this forward. So the wreck is already happening at this point here. Up ahead, this guy's down here in the 2. You know, and if we pull it back, so the wreck really starts the 2 runs into the 19, the 7's down below, the 2 turns down on the 7. There's the start of the wreck right there. So in cockpit, I don't think I can see this yet. I can sort of see, this is a warning sign that I see this red car down there. The first hint that I get that something's wrong is there. You know, my A pillar here, unfortunately, is blocking my view of everything that's going on with the 2 car. Right here, I see that there's something wrong. So I'm out of the gas and on the brake a little bit. Now here I've got a decision to make. My wheel is cocked left. I see that the 22 is going around and is kind of in the middle lane. I also see that this car here is crooked. It looks to me like the middle of the track is going to be blocked. So I've got, you know, here let's see. Here's the 14, here's the 4 coming into view, and it takes, you know, several frames. Let's see. So there is the first, and you know, at this point, from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 frames, and I start reacting. So I start reacting here as the throttle blips out. I come out of the throttle, basically, you know, I'm making my turn here. I'm out of my throttle and out of the throttle, and I start braking here. At this point, you know, I was still looking at the middle because I see the 4 is going to go up here, maybe clean out the 18, and I'm going to go through. That was my initial plan. Now the 4 hits the 22, and I'm like, crud. Everything's going to... So I'm on the brakes, probably not as hard as I need to be. And then I'm watching the 22 and the 7 go. Now, I probably could be on the brakes more. I think that this guy, if you watch how he avoids this, he does not get hardly any damage out of this. It's just a very different wreck for him. But, you know, so here we go. We're here. At this point, I'm off the gas, on the brakes, and I'm looking at the middle. Then I see the 22 going there, so I'm like, okay, maybe the top is where it's going to be clear. I'm on the brakes. I'm going to slip around the 18 to the high side, which I pull off. And then I see that that's not good. The 4 is going to be in the middle, or in the high side. And then the 22 is just going to slide right up in front of me and block my path. Kind of get into him, engine blown, race over. Had I been slowing down more, I probably don't blow my engine. Although, who knows, because I get into him and then I get hit again and, you know, all that. But there was a way around this without damage. Because if you look, if I had committed to the middle, there's decent space here. I could have taken that. And watch what happens on the middle line. And this is good to know for future accidents. The 7 spinning, the 22 spinning. Now the middle actually did not provide a much clearer path. But what I should have just, you know, it would have given me a better stopping. I'm not actually sure if there was any way around this, but I do think that ultimately the middle route would have been a better way to go around that. But, you know, it actually looks like I probably made the correct decision, because what the 7 should do here is lock it down and go to the inside. The 22 should lock it down and go to the inside. If they both do that, this outside groove is actually a clear path, which is why I chose that. And you know, if you notice, watch my inputs here. Because, you know, when you pick something, you want to go past it as soon as possible. So I actually get off the brakes. And I am, you know, right here, I make my decision that I'm going to go... I make my decision that I'm going to go to the high side of the 18. He's running into the 4. I do that. And then right here, I'm off the brakes. I'm looking at clear racetrack. I get in the gas and then nope. There isn't clear track there. The 22 slides up and then I'm hard on the brakes and there's nothing I can do. But this little blip of the throttle there, if I continue braking, then I'm probably still going to get rear-ended, because this guy, the 13, he's coming in hard no matter what. So even if I was on the brakes correctly, that probably still happens, but at least I'm not going in on the initial contact. That's what blows my engine, so I wouldn't be going in as hard there. And since the caution is going to come out, it's better to stay on the brakes. So the 23 avoids completely. And it probably could have taken his line with a more cautious approach. His line was through the middle, and he gets through. So, let's watch his view here. He's going to go through the middle, and that's really good wreck avoidance right there. He doesn't see the wreck much earlier than I do. Here's the wreck. But he's fully on the brakes, slowing down. And then you see when he's clear is when he's gassing it up, because once you're clear, you want out of there quickly. That's a really good job of wreck avoidance. This guy right here probably did a pretty good job as well. See, the inside line had a much clearer view. And the inside line was good. Yep. Yeah, I gotta get to bed too. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope this little wreck avoidance tutorial is helpful. I've honestly found being able to avoid wrecks is, super important. Clearly, safety rating and I rating both improve if you can avoid wrecks. Just, last thing to put not too fine a point on it, but here are my last 10 races. No wreck, 8th. No wreck, 7th. No wreck, well, actually this was a wreck. That's a 6th. It would have been a 4th without the wreck. Wreck, 28th. This 13th place finish was a wreck. So we have wreck 13, 28, and 6 was a wreck too. No wreck, we have 7th and 8th. We also have a no wreck 4th, a no wreck 9th, and then wreck 16th, wreck 17th, and no wreck 6th. All the no wreck finishes are single digit. All the wreck finishes, save one, are double digit, and that one that's single digit, this is all about minimizing the damage when you do have an accident. So, that one, I was able, if you do get wrecked, try to minimize the damage as much as possible, because I was able to keep the car from really having any big impacts and hitting anything big time. Whatever. I'll just pull up the replay real quick and show you what I'm talking about. That would be this one, 6th place finish. That hadn't been too bad, man. How's your night been? I actually had 2 pretty decent races. 2 0x. Got a, what was it, 8th place finish in a race at Martinsville, and then a 7th at Martinsville, and an 8th at USA in the K&N. So I've just been doing a little tutorial here after I'm done racing on accident avoidance. And then, so the first one was about accident avoidance. This one's actually about minimizing damage if you do get in an accident, and how important that is, because this is one where I did wreck and I still got a 6th out of it. So here I am, I'm 3rd.
Peter, I'll be.
And 3 gets inside of me. we got a lap car here in the 15. That is gonna be an idiot. Don't do this if you're a lap car. Don't race lead lap cars, because he causes this whole thing. But I managed to, you know, I get a little bit of contact on the inside wall there, but it's not near, you know, the big thing is don't hit the front end. And because the front end blows your engine, and that's your race. This one, I'm holding my line. He comes down on me, spins out. I try to keep it straight. So right there, he's going. I tried to keep it as straight as I could. And, you know, normally I'm out of the gas, on the brakes, just trying to minimize the impact. Hit him like, okay, fine. Spin it back around and get it going straight.
Oh my gosh.
And then right there, just make sure that you don't get
Calm down,
more
my friend.
damage. Again, though, if you're a lapped car, don't do this. This is called making a bad day worse. He's running 15th. He's on lap 32. We're on lap 33. He is 1 lap down. A 1 lap down car ended up finishing, you know, even if he was the last 1 lap down car, he'd finish 11th in this race. Yeah, so maybe he, I'm trying to, let's see. Where's the next car behind him? Here's the 13. Where's the 13 finish? 18 laps down. That's not a good example. Okay, 17 finishes in front of him. Anyway, point is, don't do this. Don't be this guy. This is bad. There's 2 lead lap cars on the inside. Right here, or actually at any point in this corner. He's going into 3. The next car for position in front of him is a car ahead and probably substantially faster. The next car behind him for position is all the way back here. So he's by himself. That's just how this race has gone at. He's up here. Let out of the gas. Just let out of the gas. Even get a lane higher. Let the 2 lead lap cars that are side by side race it out. Get out of the gas, fall in line behind him. But he doesn't do that. He's going to decide to get on the gas. And if you notice, here's where the lanes are established. 3-car has from this line to this line. I'm taking the next lane. That's from this line to this line. He's taking this 3rd lane, which is fine. I would prefer him being a lap car to be a lane higher and give the lead lap cars more room. But he decided not to do that. So here, all 3 lanes are clearly established. Here, see how much closer he is to, there's, you know, 1, 2, about 2.5 miles worth of space between his car and the white dashed line there. Go to the next set, and he's on the white dashed line, so he's coming down. Meanwhile, I'm on the white dashed line here, and I'm on this white dashed line too. Now we're coming off the corner. The 3 starts moving up. He's clear of me. I got to start moving up. I'm washing out. He's coming down. If you look at this one, his angle of the car, he's going to be below that white dashed line. So he's coming down into my lane instead of driving it out to the wall. And that's why there's contact. And the 15th place car, who's 1 lap down, ends up taking out, let's count. This is 1 lead lap car. 2 lead lap cars. 12 is going to actually miss it. 2 lead lap cars and 1 car that was on the same lap as him.
How did I get? Oh my gosh.
It's just a
Slowing down
bad
1
mistake.
second.
Don't be that guy. Just don't do it. Anyway, I'm gonna get off my soapbox for the night. Y'all have a good one. Thanks for watching.
We could have just rolled out of it, man. That was ridiculous.